two people in a crowded room. Together, you are that unforgettable day of the holiday, an accidental adventure, chocolate chip, that last 2 pages of your favorite book, a barbecue with friends, the spray of the sea, the nose of the cheese, a kiss, a hug, a hold my hand, a decision which looking back will seem to be the most excellent one you've ever made.
Some people think love is a game you have to put away. I don't know how.
My name is Ruben. I'm born and raised in New York City, Astoria, Queens to be exact. Went to St. John's Prep and then I went to St. John's University. I work for a textiles company. I'm in sales.
I'm Luis. I grew up in Flushing, Queens, born and raised. The youngest of 4 kids, 2 strong, strict, but loving Latino parents.
We met on a dating app, a love dating app called Grindr. All the lovely things happen on that app.
So we met on a dating app, and it was kind of surprising because when we met on this app, we were talking for like a week, and then Ruben was randomly one random Thursday was like, I'm gonna be in your area, in your neighborhood, and I would love it if we could grab drinks.
And we had already been chatting for a few weeks, and he kind of got my jokes and my dark humor and sort of laughed and had good answers, and we were engaged in conversation. So I was like, you know what, what are you up to today?
I was working from home at the time. I wasn't anywhere near ready to do it. He gave me like an hour notice. And I was like, do I really want to meet this person? Like, do I really want to take the energy to shower, get ready, and go see him? And I did.
So it was very spontaneous, especially for Luis. And I sort of knew where he lived, like in the area. So I was like, there's a great bar, it's called Second Sun. It's right near your apartment. You work from home. I get it. You're probably like not showered, all that stuff. Like, don't worry about it. And he was like, yeah, that sounds good. So he met up and the rest is history. Here we are, yeah.
It was surprising, because I wasn't expecting to like him as much as I did the moment we talked. And the thing that we kind of linked together was the fact that we grew up from very similar family structures. Like, he understood how crazy my family was, I understood how crazy his family was, and we kind of clicked on that.
He walked in, he had this like Charlie Brown striped sweater and his like Harry Potter glasses kind of thing. And we had a couple of drinks. I was in the office early the next day, I remember, and I walked him home. I gave him like a kiss, and then I went home.
It, again, just wasn't going in expecting much, and got a lot out of it.
Cheers. I love you guys. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you guys so much.
He's real patient. With impatient in a good way. Like, we both got big families. We're both first generation kids. Sometimes our dads and our moms require a lot more attention than they should. But sometimes there's a lot more phone calls from our siblings, and you know, we've got a great group of friends, and he's very patient, especially with me when I'm sort of indecisive and that kind of stuff too. So I think patience is definitely number one. And then he's the balance. He's a balance because I'm definitely a little more impulsive than he is, and he's just like, let's take a step back. And that might be the right decision, but let's look at it from a different angle.
I love his determination. I love his loyalty. I love that he's willing to literally give the shirt off his back for a stranger that he's never met.
I couldn't sleep all the moments with you and do all my dreaming awake. I can't believe
So how did the proposal go, like from your perspective on this one?
So Luis and I had moved in December 30th, 2019. 3 months later was March 2020, and we all know at that point, New York City closed down. It was right around St. Patrick's Day time.
Coronavirus pandemic spreads. New York, California, Illinois, and Connecticut all ordering non-essential employees to stay home.
And we knew that we weren't going back to work. We weren't going back to the office. So we were home, and I mean, everybody was, right?
Yeah, right.
And lockdown was sort of our make it or break it from a relationship standpoint. We were each other's kind of safety net, and we were each other's everything. We were a safe haven. It was scary. So fast forward, it was my birthday, October 7th of that year, 2021, and I had secretly been chatting with some of our neighbor friends that lived in the building, and I was like, if I ship a couple of things to your apartment, can you set up marry me signs? And of course they were just like, no, you're gonna do it. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it.
Ruben and I have and were talking about marriage for a long time. And what ended up happening was he was like, no, I'm never gonna propose to you. You have to propose to me. That's the way that it's gonna be. And the way he did it was his birthday. We have a neighbor group of friends that we got really close to during the pandemic. And what ended up happening was he was like, well, we're going out for a birthday dinner. Let's go up to the rooftop of our building, just because we're gonna do some pre-dinner drinks, and then we'll go out and enjoy the night. To the point where I got him a cake, and I was like so focused on planning his birthday.
It's my birthday. He's never gonna see it coming because it's about you, right? Or it should be about me. And I was like, no, this is gonna take him off guard. There's a show called Schitt's Creek, I'm sure you know. There's an episode where one of the characters gay character proposes to his significant other, and their song is Simply the Best. And during one of the episodes before they got engaged, it was sort of like a mic night, like karaoke thing, and he started singing Simply the Best acoustic. And like when we both watched it, like for the very first time, I was like, this is so nice, what a great moment. So I was like, that's the song that's gonna play.
When I walked up to the rooftop, there was music playing, there was an engagement set up. Our neighbors had helped set up this beautiful engagement situation.
Our sisters were up there, there was marry me signs everywhere, there was flowers everywhere, it was beautiful.
And I walked up and I was like, babe, we have to leave. Someone's getting proposed to.
And then he walked in and he thought we had interrupted someone else's proposal. So then I turned around and the song starts to play and he was like, no. And then right in front of the marry me signs, I dropped to one knee and I said, will you marry me?
And then he turned around and he proposed to me and I said, will you marry me? If you've seen the video, I was an emotional wreck because I didn't expect it. But it was so magical and just amazing.
There's nothing more that Lisa and I kind of wanted after talking about getting engaged one day and hypothetical questions, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we would want our friends and our family to meet us after and celebrate with them.
Your nights must be hell.
We're gonna be family.
Cause certain wounds don't heal as far as I can tell. I don't wanna pretend, but sitting in a hollow, empty room of sorrow is not where you will end. Cause you're gonna know.
Before we get started, I want everyone to take a minute and just look at the person sitting next to you. If everyone could just do that. Whether you've known Luis and Ruben a short time or for years, each of you brings an irreplaceable joy to their lives. It is a reason that we are all here together. Each of you share a special place in their story. You're a part of a community that they're incredibly grateful for. And I've learned more and more as we've had yesterday's dinner and the moments today. You're all very important. You're all their family. You're the people who make them feel accepted, appreciated, and loved just the way they are. So take a moment to smile at each other. Feel the warmth and love that fills this room. Keep that love inside and in your hearts, and let's get these two knuckleheads married.
Together, you are the bubbles in one another's champagne. The morning sun through a window. The breaking of a smile. Together, you are the one donut in the bag with more jam than all the others. That photo where everybody looks great. The know all the words, sing out of tune chorus of your favorite song. Together, you are the beginning of a big idea. The twinkly bits that hang in the sky after the firework goes in. The cold, thin air at the top of the mountain.
Luis, go for it first.
Yeah, just whatever paper's in there. Just two. I'm gonna do. Here, you got that. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this without crying, but I can't promise that.
Sing.
Ruben, I wasn't expecting you. If you had asked me 5 years ago what I expected my life to be, I would never have imagined this or us standing here today. I walked into a bar that day. We went on our first date. I didn't think I had met the man I was going to spend the rest of my life with. See, my love for you caught me off guard. It creeped in with a smile, the way you could spin a story, the love you show your family, the love you show my family, and the way you can always make me laugh. It creeped in so slowly that I didn't realize I was so heads over heels in love with you until I was. Now I can't imagine my life without you. You have helped me become a stronger, better version of myself with your love and support. I love you for everything you are. I love that you get how crazy our big families are. I love how you jump at the chance to carve a pumpkin for my nieces and nephews, no matter how crazy the design. And they have crazy designs, guys. Crazy requests.
Really good, Tim. Really good.
Yeah. I love the way you gasp at celebrity news and update me at a moment's notice. I love every funny face you make. I love knowing we can sing any Taylor Swift song together, even though I will always get the lyrics wrong. I love that I know you will fight for me, no matter the cost, because that is the person you are. Love is not a thing one is able to or not able to do based on some magic or some chemistry. That is for movies or TV shows. Love is determination. Love is a choice one makes, and I vow to choose you every day of my life. I vow to always make sure you feel loved. I vow to be your companion and to never let our life together become dull. I vow to watch YouTube videos, music videos, drunk on the couch for as many nights as you want. I vow to treat your family as warm and loving as you treat mine. I vow to be your companion in life for as long as I can, because babe, you're the love of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I hate that you went. I hate that you're going. So good.
Okay.
To my forever plus one, Luis, I want to begin by acknowledging that there are many friends and family members here today who would agree with me when I say that before meeting you, my past choices in men have not always been the best. Thankfully, you walked into my life 4.5 years ago and you truly were a game changer. I am so very lucky and incredibly fortunate to be walking down the aisle knowing that you are my happily ever after. These last few years have been full of lots of love, lots of laughter, and a whole lot of pandemic. We moved in together 3 months before New York City shut down, and whether we liked it or not, we were gonna learn a lot more about each other real fast. You learned that I really love shopping and love spending money on stupid things. And I learned that you love a good challenge and that you're really good at making sourdough bread. But my most favorite thing that came out of COVID-19 was getting to know our families more. I learned that we both share the same values and understand the importance of cherishing our loved ones. We're truly blessed that our families embrace our love because that acceptance has made our journey even more beautiful. Your parents are my parents. Your siblings are my siblings, and vice versa. We navigate through 2 very busy Latino family schedules, but we get it done because we have each other as a support system, and I'll never take that for granted. Today, in front of our loved ones, I can promise you this. I promise to be your safe haven, to be your rock, and your constant source of love and support. I promise to stand by your side through all the joys and uncertainties that life may bring. I vow to cherish and respect you, to support and comfort you, and to love you unconditionally. I have said this to many of our friends and family members, time after time, and these words have never held more truth. With you by my side, nothing scares me, and there's nothing that we can't handle together. You are my whole heart, you are my home, and you are the time of my life. I love you.
Love you too. Give me a kiss. I know.
Sus esfuerzos para llegar a este día han valido la pena y seguirán valiendo la pena mientras se aman abiertamente y sin limitaciones. With this in mind, it is my honor and privilege to pronounce you husband and husband.
You're simply the best, better than all the world, better than anyone. And I'm stuck on your heart.
How's your ring?
I hate on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I'd rather be dead. Oh, each time you leave me, I start losing control. Like you're walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you, babe, even when I'm alone. Baby, don't let go, 'cause you're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heartbeat. I ain't on every word you say. Tear us apart. Well, I would rather be dead. Ooh.
School at a brand new school, and it turns out that an old childhood friend of mine that I haven't seen in years also works there. And she asked me how my brother was doing, and I said he was fine, and that my brother was getting married. She was so happy, and then tells me a little story. She says, "I'll never forget the time my boyfriend and I were driving down the streets of Astoria, and we stopped at a red light, and there was a guy that was crossing the street in front of us. My boyfriend turns to me and says, 'Look at this guy, man. I'll never be as cool as this guy.' My friend takes a closer look at who's crossing the street. She turns to her boyfriend and says, 'No, you will not, because that's Ruben Velasco, and you will never be as cool as him.'" And on that note, good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to the coolest wedding of the coolest two gay Latinos of all time. My brother was struggling with coming out and being honest with his friends and family. I remember the night he told us all that he was gay. I mean, I knew for so long by that time. I thought, there's no straight boy that loves Buffy the Vampire Slayer this much. Annie, that's what we call each other. It's our nickname for one another because Annie's short for annoying. Annie, I always remember how important family has always been to you, and how important it would be to someday bring home a boy for us to meet. We've been through our fair share of absolute loser ex-boyfriends and heartbreaks, but we've always had a goal to meet someone like Mom and Dad did. A partner that gets you, that works hard to attain goals with you, one that respects you, loves you, and supports you. And you finally found that partner in Luis. Cheese, that's my nickname for him. Cheese, from the moment I heard about you and your first date at Second Son in Astoria, I was skeptical. And not necessarily because of the choice of bars for said date. But because my guard was up. I didn't want anyone to break my brother's heart. I remember meeting you and having so much fun together and thinking, I like this guy, but let me side text Nikki real quick. And that feeling was mutual. We loved you and knew you were a good one. And as we started to hang out and then got introduced to your family and saw how wonderful your entire family is, it was solidified that you weren't only a good one, you were the one.
Shortly after we graduated, my mother lost her battle with cancer. And during those awful 10 months, Ruben became more than a friend. He became family. The sister I always wanted. He cared for me and my entire family. He brought levity and light to the darkest of days, and I'm certain that without him, I wouldn't have survived. We've been through it all together, navigating our 20s, boys, careers, marriages, babies, love and loss, and I'm overjoyed to be here to celebrate him and Luis. The minute I met Luis, I instantly liked him. Those who know me know what a big deal that is, considering I don't really like anybody. Especially all of the guys Ruben has previously dated. If you know, you know. Luis is smart and kind. He has a similar background and family dynamic and loves Harry Potter as much as I do. He fit right into our group and it felt like we had known him forever. I knew very quickly that he would be the perfect partner. He really sees Ruben for all that he is.
Luis and I met over a decade ago, traveling the world on semester at sea. We met when Luis planned a trip for a bunch of strangers through Spain, which was the first country we visited. Throughout our time on semester at sea, Luis and I formed a great friendship. We bonded over partying in foreign countries, trying to write research papers with very little internet access. I guess there's this thing called the library you're supposed to go to. It has been a pleasure to see you guys grow in love together. And it has been great to witness that ever since the first time I saw you guys together. I've seen you grow in love through creating Ruben's apartment into your home together, raising your cat Renata, and single-handedly keeping every bar in Queens alive for the
Sean siempre cogiendo un sendero que ustedes lo harán para siempre, siempre con el respeto, el cariño y el amor que siempre van a tener. Hijos míos, les deseo con todo amor de parte de Marianita y la familia para siempre, Luis y Ruben.
Los 12 hijos que hemos tenido entre las tres familias, los hemos criado juntos y los hemos echado adelante juntos sin prejuicios y están todos aquí compartiendo y apoyándolo al hijo mío Luis. Y para ustedes dos, muchas bendiciones, que hay mucho camino por recorrer, pero aquí están nuestras familias para apoyarlos como lo hemos apoyado esta noche, hoy, mañana y siempre. Muchas gracias a todos.
Ruben. Where do I start? How about I start with the first night that we met? Everybody wants that tea, right? Right? But I won't share all the details. I did realize though that night how much you truly love my little brother. Through our peaceful conversations, I discovered your passion, your pride, and your loyalty. And even though I'm thankful for the amount of love that you have for my children, I'm more thankful that you found Luis. A person who accepts him for the person that he is. A husband who will love him unconditionally, even when he's devouring a charmed blow pop. Words can never express how thankful I am for that. So I want everyone, come on, stand up, raise those glasses. Come on. Raise them up. Unfortunately, we live in an imperfect world. A world that will continue to throw mud in your faces. A world that has many individuals who won't support or celebrate this beautiful matrimony. Fuck them. Be true to yourselves, because those are the individuals that you fell in love with. Always remember the love in this entire room. Grow old together and be gay.
Thank you for being my best friend, for always checking in, for always being the link that keeps friendships and families connected. I invite everyone to join me in toasting the very cool new Mr. and Mr. Yaguno Velasco.
Always remember, love is love. Salud.
definitely want kids in the future. We definitely don't want to leave New York City anytime soon. We always have the debate of when are we ready to move to the suburbs. And we came to a realization is like, most people move to the suburbs because they wanted to experience the childhood that they had, which was a suburban childhood. We grew up in the city, and that's kind of the childhood that we want our kid to have. And then just like have a crazy big adventure in life with him. I love his smile. I love his personality. I love the way that he treats my family. I love that no matter how angry he is at me, no matter how pissed off we are at each other, that at the end of the day, I know that he loves me, and I see it in his eyes. I love the way that he looks at me in the morning, the way that we just balance each other out. I think that's the biggest thing I love about him.
Genuinely, probably the best person I've ever met in my entire life. And I've done a lot of the legwork, so I know that he's real good. His heart, he's home, and that's my favorite part about it. Even if it's the worst day at work, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out together, and it's what I sort of joke. I mean, don't tell him this, but it's part of my vows, where it's like, as long as we have each other, there's nothing that scares me. And I very much hold that close to my heart.